A very lovely hello to all my class 10th Titans. So welcome back once again on your favorite channel, obviously Diksha Vedantu, and this is your Sonu Sir, your maths faculty. So my dear lovely champions, so I am going to teach you today introduction to trigonometry. Very interesting, and I know few students literally takes this chapter, they thinks that trigonometry is really challenging to understand, to do the questions. But let me tell you honestly, if you understand the basics, if your basics are clear, whatever I'm going to teach today from zero to hero, so if your basics are clear, trigonometry is really very, interesting chapter, very entertaining. But to solve trigonometry, to fight with trigonometry, to accept the challenge of trigonometry, you have to understand the basics. And what are the basics? Let's start. So my dear champion, first understand what is trigonometry. What is trigonometry? Why we are studying trigonometry, and why trigonometry is relevant as per our day-to-day life. Is there applications are used in daily life applications? So the answer is yes. In scientific technology, in astrological science, to study the planets, to study the height of mountain building, to find out the depth of sea, we use trigonometric applications, basics of trigonometry, the theory of trigonometry. So this is not irrelevant, guys, this is very relevant and this is very important chapter. So let's understand. So my dear, what is trigonometry? First understand this. So the word trigonometry is made up of two words, trigono plus metry. The word trigono represents a triangle, and metry means sides, measurement. So whatever we are doing here, trigonometry is related with triangle and measurement of the sides. Their measurement of the sides. The trigonometry is fully based on triangle, different triangle. Triangle might be equitriangle, right angle triangle, scalene triangle, obtuse triangle, whatever. So the word trigonometry represents trigono plus metry, means this chapter is little linked with triangle, related to triangle. The operations will be with the triangle, and the measurement of the angle, measurement of the sides, measurement of median and also whatever. Are you getting my point? Trigono plus metry. Okay, moving ahead. My dear champions, basically, first understand how many types of triangles are there. First understand, because the trigonometry chapter is fully based on triangle. And in class 10th, the most useful triangle is a right angle triangle. Yes, I would say entire trigonometry is based on right angle triangle. Yes, my dear, a right angled triangle, the entire trigonometry, all the questions are based on right angle triangle. You guys will be studying trigonometry with other triangle also, obtuse triangle, acute triangle, but in class 10th level we will be dealing with only a right angle triangle. Getting my point? Right angle triangle, you know guys, at least one angle, the triangle in which one angle must be equal to 90 degrees. Such triangles are called right angle triangle. Clear everyone? Okay, let's move ahead. So first understand how many types of triangles are there. So basically, if I tell you guys types of triangles, so first understand this, types of triangles. So there are so many types of triangles, and we differentiate the types of triangle according to two parameters. First, according to side. Second, according to angle. So according to sides, and here according to angle. Please understand the triangle first. According to angle. Listen everyone. So we have three triangles in each category, according to side and according to angle. So first triangle comes up here is according to sides. First is equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. I hope you know this equilateral triangle. So basically equilateral triangle are those triangles whose all the sides are equal to each other. All the sides are equal to each other, right everyone? All the sides are equal to each other. Look at the triangle. All the sides are equal to each other. Second comes up here is, second we have is isosceles triangle. This is the second. And isosceles triangle, here all the sides are equal, L, 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 so this is equilateral triangle. And in isosceles triangle, you all know, isosceles triangle, any two sides will be equal to each other, any two sides. Whether they can be equal to each other, they might be equal to each other, or they might also be equal to each other. Any two sides are equal to each other. Such triangles are called isosceles triangle. Okay. Third we have is scalene triangle. My dear champions, scalene triangle are those triangle whose no sides will be equal to each other. All the sides are different from each other. So such triangle. For example, this triangle. Look, no any sides are equal to each other. This, all the sides are different from each other. So this triangle is called scalene triangle. Equilateral, all sides are equal. Isosceles, any two sides should be equal to each other. Scalene triangle, no sides will be equal to each other. Now moving the second differentiation, the way of differentiation. The first triangle comes up here is, you know, acute triangle. Acute angle triangle. The correct name is acute angle triangle. So acute angle triangle are that triangle in which all the angles are less than 90 degree. All the angles are less than 90 degree. For example, this is 60 degree. This is 40 degree. Okay, and this is 80 degree. All the angles are less than 90 degree. So such triangle is called acute triangle because all the angles are less than 90 degree. But when you add all the angles, summation is equal to 180 degree. So this is acute angle triangle. Okay. Third comes up is right angled triangle. Wow, this is really important for class 10th. Right angled triangle. So let me mark here star because I know the worth of this. Very important for class 10th because your entire trigonometry is based on this. Let's talk about right angled triangle. So right angled triangle is that triangle in which one angle should be equal to 90 degree, and if one angle has become equal to 90 degree, so other two angle will definitely be less than 90 degree. Right, because if one angle is 90 degree, so the other remaining two angles, their sum should be 90 degree. So individually they definitely will be less than 90 degree because their sum should be 90 degree. So this is called right angle triangle. At least one angle should be 90 degree. So this is called right angle triangle. Okay. Third we have obtuse angled triangle. Third we have is obtuse angle triangle. So obtuse angle triangle is that triangle in which at least one angle should be greater than 90 degree. For example, like this. Look at this triangle. Let me draw it more clear. Just listen. Let me draw the triangle more clear. I need at least one angle should be greater than. Okay, now look at this angle, guys. Look at this angle. This angle will be obviously greater than 90 degree. At least one angle must be greater than 90 degree. Such triangle is called obtuse angle triangle. So we have 6 types of triangle. First, differentiation according to sides, length of sides. Second, differentiations according to angle. So how many types of triangles we have? 6 triangles. You might be thinking, sir, why you are teaching these things? We know these things, my dear champions, because we know the worth of triangle, because entire trigonometry is related with somehow triangle. And this trigonometry, introduction of trigonometry, is based on this right angle triangle. So now we are going to deal with right angle triangle only in class 10th. I hope everything is clear to you guys. Okay, moving ahead. Okay, now moving ahead. Okay, so now let's talk about right angle triangle first. So let's deal with right angle triangle. Everyone please focus. Right angled triangle. Okay, how to recognize whether the triangle is right angle or not? One angle must be equal to 90 degree. One angle will be there which is equal to 90 degree, confirm. If 90 degree is not there, if 90 degree is not there, the triangle will not be right angle triangle. So let's say we have a right angle triangle. Yeah, this is the right angle triangle having, listen, I have right angle triangle here. Okay, let's mark the, name it A, B and C, and here is angle 90 degree. B is equal to 90 degree. A square form is called 90 degree perpendicular. This is 90 degree. Now let's operate the right angle triangle. Let's understand where is base, which is called perpendicular, which is hypotenuse. So let me tell you everyone, if this is 90 degree, now mark an arrow which is leaving from 90 degree and going in forward direction, but it should be leaving from 90 degree. So the arrow will indicate the hypotenuse. If you leave an arrow from 90 degree, so the direction of arrow will indicate the hypotenuse. So this is called champion hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. And in trigonometry it is represented as capital H. Now two sides are left, this and this. So what should be the name? So my dear students, the naming of this BC and the naming of AB depends on angle. With which angle you are dealing, with which angle you all are operating, on which angle you are applying the trigonometric function, on which angle you are doing the operations. So it depends whether you are dealing with this angle or you are dealing with this angle. So let's say this is phi and this angle is represented as theta. So my dear champion, apart from hypotenuse, there are two terms, perpendicular and base. But which will be perpendicular, who will be base, what will be perpendicular, what will be base? It depends on position of angle. Yes, it depends on position of angle. So let's assume, let for theta, first for theta. Okay, just let's understand for theta. Where is theta? This is theta. Hypotenuse is king. No one will disturb hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is absolutely king. Okay, so for theta, if we are dealing with theta, so theta is associated, if you see here, this theta is associated with BC. Here is BC, this is BC. So my dear champion, the side which is adjacent to theta, adjacent means neighbor. So for theta, this side BC is the adjacent side. This is the adjacent side. So this side is called base for theta. This is base, hypotenuse is fixed, so it has to be perpendicular for theta. But if you deal with phi, now this angle is associated with AB. This is the adjacent side for phi. So now AB will become base for phi. And for phi, this will become perpendicular. So my dear students, the perpendicular and base depends on theta. With theta, you guys are operating. With theta, you have considered there. So it depends on that. So for theta, this will be base, this will be perpendicular. But for phi, for this angle, this will be base and this will be perpendicular. Clear everyone? So let's write here. For theta, perpendicular. For theta, perpendicular will be AB. Clear everyone? But for theta, base will be what? Wow! So theta, the adjacent side of theta is BC. So BC will be the base. This is base. Now what will be hypotenuse? Wow! What will be hypotenuse? So hypotenuse will be AC. Hypotenuse is king. King. No one can disturb me. I am the king. So theta, hypotenuse is king. Whether you deal with theta, whether you deal with phi, hypotenuse will remain fixed. Okay. Now moving ahead. Let's move ahead. Now for phi. So let's write for phi. So my dear students, for phi is the angle. I have taken 5 to represent an angle. So this is angle. You can say angle A also, but better to represent something in gap. So phi. So for phi, dear students, for phi, this will be the base and this will be the perpendicular, because phi is associated with AB. AB is the adjacent side of phi. So AB will be the base. Some student thinks that base will always comes horizontal form. Base will always be there in horizontal form. Base will be always remain on ground. No, my dear. It is not necessary that base will always be on ground. No. Base can be in this form also. Base may be in this form also. Base may be in this form also. It depends on position of angle. So for theta, what will be perpendicular? For phi, what will be the perpendicular? So for phi, this will be the perpendicular. BC will be the perpendicular. And what will be base? So which side is the adjacent of phi? AB is the adjacent. So that will be base. And where will be hypotenuse? Hypotenuse. So hypotenuse will be AC. Clear, everyone? So I hope now you guys are able to differentiate perpendicular, base and hypotenuse. So it is entirely depend on theta. One more example. This was the example number A1. So I'm taking one more example here, guys. So I have one more example, guys. So let's do what happened. Yeah, white color. So yeah, I have, which triangle I have taken? Okay, so I have one more right angle triangle now, and okay, so this is example number 2. Okay, and let's say this triangle is PQR, and this is angle here, theta. Now what will be base? There is no more angle, only one angle is there, theta. So we are dealing with theta. So what will be base? What will be base? My dear champion, the base will be PQ, because theta is associated with PQ. So PQ will be base. What will be perpendicular? So for theta, this will be the perpendicular, because 90 degrees here. So this is hypotenuse and it is base. So if base is confirmed, hypotenuse is confirmed, so the remaining unknown side will be perpendicular. Simple. So perpendicular. What will be perpendicular? QR will be the perpendicular. What will be hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is king. PR will be the hypotenuse. I hope this is clear to you all. Clear, everyone? One more example. Example number 3. Okay, this is the right angle triangle. I have changed the orientation of right angle triangle. Don't worry, no problem is there. Okay, this is the right angle triangle, guys, and here is right angle. And let's say the triangle name is, again, let's talk PQR. Let's take PQR. Okay, here we have angle theta. So what will be base for theta? This will be the base. Yes, my dear. What will be hypotenuse? Oh bhai, hypotenuse is king. Hypotenuse is king, because here is 90 degrees. So the side opposite to 90 degrees is hypotenuse, and the remaining unknown side will be perpendicular. So basically B is represented as capital B, perpendicular represented by capital P, and hypotenuse symbolically represented as capital H in this chapter, trigonometry. Please keep it in mind. Perpendicular capital P, base capital B, hypotenuse capital H. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? Now let's move ahead. Next point. So I'm clearing everything from basics, champion. Basics. Okay. Now let's talk about trigonometric functions. Trigonometric function. Then I'll be teaching you guys trigonometric ratio. First, understand the trigonometric function. What is called trigonometric function? How many trigonometric functions are there? Okay, so first understand this. Trigonometric function is very important. What is trigonometric functions? So basically in maths, there are 6 trigonometric functions. There are 6 trigonometric functions in maths. Let me show you first. Okay, so the first trigonometric function is sine. I'm not writing anything here, just wait. Sine. Second comes up is cos, then tan, then cosec, then sec, and then cot. There are 6 trigonometric functions: sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. My dear lovely students, all these trigonometric functions are having their own property. If you draw the graph of these trigonometric functions, the graphs are different from each other. Some will look like this, some will go this form. So there are different kind of graphs. You will be studying the graph of these functions in higher standard. In class 10th, you have to understand the very basic things. And these things will be helping you out in class 11th when you go in class higher standard. So very important. These are the basics of trigonometry. Without understanding basics, without clearing the foundation of trigonometry, you will be having a lot of trouble in trigonometry in higher classes. So please make sure to understand the basics. Okay. So these are the trigonometric functions. And let me tell you guys, these trigonometric functions are incomplete without an angle. Until and unless we put an angle, they are incomplete. So sine means sine. It is not making any sense. So all the trigonometric functions, okay, so all these trigonometric functions contain an angle. So angle will be attached here, here, here. Without angle, they are just function. But if you attach an angle, they become complete. Yes, my dear champions. So all the trigonometric functions contain an angle. An angle is what? Angle is what? The gap between two sides, two lines. And the gap between two lines is present in triangle. So that's why we are dealing with triangle. So all the trigonometric functions and their properties will be using in triangle. When we make a triangle, there will be angle, and applying these trigonometric function on that particular angle. So what will be the result? This is the chapter core. I hope you are getting my point, right? So let's take a right angle triangle, because I have already told you right angle triangle is the most powerful, most useful triangle for your class 10th level. Otherwise, we apply trigonometry on all the triangles, whether the triangle is acute, obtuse, scalene, equilateral, doesn't matter. But in class 10th level, you guys are studying trigonometry only dealing with a right angle triangle. Okay, so let's understand. I hope this is clear to you. Trigonometric function, clear everyone? Okay, so they all are having different properties. Different graph. When you plot the graph of these different graphs, they will show you different graphs, right? So all are having different kind of properties, different kind of graphs when you represent, when you show the trigonometric function on graph. Okay, so now let's move ahead. Next topic, and that comes up is trigonometric ratio. So this is your 10th, the first topic of class 10th to solve the NCERT questions. Trigonometric ratio. So please understand trigonometric ratio, very important. Trigonometric ratio, or else you can say trigonometry ratio, no problem is there. Okay, so let's understand trigonometric ratio. What do you understand by trigonometric ratio, guys? If I ask you what is ratio, ratio means what? When two numbers are written in fraction form, numerator divided by denominator, that is ratio. That is ratio. So in this chapter, as we all are dealing with right angle triangle, so the ratio will be what? The ratio of what? Of relation, ratio of relationship between what? Perpendicular, base and hypotenuse. This is the core concept. Ratio means ratio of relationship between P by B, sometime B by H, sometime H by P, sometime B by P. So this is the ratio, guys. Okay, so let's understand this perfectly. Okay, so this is the ratio, guys. What is ratio? Ratio of relationship between P, B and H, and you all are aware of P, B and H. You must have understood P is perpendicular, B is base and H is hypotenuse. And if I have written PBH, it indicates that we are going to deal with right angle triangle. So we have right angle triangle here. Okay, please understand, guys. If you are having any kind of problem, please ask me again and again. So we have right angle triangle here. Okay, so this is the right angle triangle, and let's call right angle triangle A, B, C. Here we have 90 degree, and let's take angle theta so that we can use this theta with all the trigonometric functions. Okay, everyone. So if this is theta, so for this theta, this will be your base. Right, everyone, and base is represented as capital B. Guys, don't confused. This is B and this is B. This B is the name of the triangle, the position, and this B represent base. And if this is 90 degree, this will be hypotenuse. Hypotenuse, capital H, and it has to be perpendicular. Wow, perpendicular. And it is represented by capital P. So we have everything: base, perpendicular, hypotenuse. Now let's write the trigonometric ratios. So first comes up here is sine, and as you all know, without angle trigonometric functions are not complete, and we are dealing with theta, so let's write sine theta. Now what is this? Trigonometric ratio, and ratio means what? Relationship between P, B and H. So sine theta is the ratio of perpendicular divided by hypotenuse, P by H. Dear students, I'm going to give you a short trick, don't worry, first understand basics. I'm going to short trick also how to memorize this easily. So sine theta is the ratio of perpendicular by hypotenuse. But one very important thing, we are dealing with theta. So for this theta, perpendicular will be AB, right? So the result will be here AB divided by hypotenuse we have is AC. So this is AB by AC. Clear, everyone? Similarly, now cos theta. So cos means base by hypotenuse, and we are dealing with theta. So for theta, first write the formula: base by hypotenuse. So for this theta, base will be BC, and hypotenuse is again king, that is AC. After sine cos, tan will comes. Tan comes up, tan theta, and tan theta is the ratio of perpendicular by base. Perpendicular by base. So for theta, what is perpendicular? AB is the perpendicular, and what is base? BC is the base. So my dear champion, class 10 students, you have successfully done with these three trigonometric ratios. So sine theta is the ratio of perpendicular by hypotenuse, cos theta is the ratio of base by hypotenuse, tan theta is the ratio of perpendicular by base. My dear lovely students, once you have done with first three trigonometric functions, the other remaining three trigonometric functions are nothing for you, because the remaining three trigonometric functions, cosec, sec and cot, are the reciprocal of these three. Yes, my dear. So cosec theta and sec theta both are relatives. These two, sine and cosec, both are best friends, both are relatives. So if this is P by H, this is H by P, hypotenuse by perpendicular. So cosec theta is the ratio of hypotenuse by perpendicular. So it has to be reverse. So the answer will be AC divided by AB. Similarly, for cos, sec is the relative, sec theta, and sec theta will become H by B. H by B, and if this is H by B, it will reverse. So it has to be AC divided by BC. Wow. And cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta. So if tan theta is perpendicular by base, cot theta is equal to base by perpendicular. So this ratio will also reverse. So BC divided by AB. I hope this is clear to you all, dear students. Yes, tell me, any problem to anyone? Any problem to anyone, guys? This is very easy. This is very easy. So sine theta is the reciprocal, sine theta is the ratio of perpendicular by hypotenuse, and cosec theta is the reciprocal. Sine and cosec both are reciprocal. Can you see? Sine and cosec both. This is P by H, this is H by P. Similarly, cos and sec are reciprocal because cos is base by hypotenuse, sec is hypotenuse by base. Similarly, tan and cot are the reciprocals because tan theta is perpendicular by base and cot theta is base by perpendicular. Clear? Okay. Yes, sir, everything is clear. But one thing which is troubling all of us, sir, we can't understand how to memorize, how you have memorized that sine theta is P by H, cos theta is B by H, how we could memorize it. This is little challenging for us. Don't worry. So I'm going to give you a very shortcut method. So my dear, this is short trick. Okay, please listen everyone. So there is different teachers all over India, they use different kind of short tricks. Some writes Pakistan boka pe asta Hindustan hara bhara, some writes Pandit Badri Prasad har har bole, some writes Papa bedi pilo ha ha beta. There are so many things. Okay, but I will prefer Pandit Badri Prasad. It looks really good. Pandit Badri, B for Badri, Prasad, PBP, Pandit Badri Prasad. And he is a priest in a temple, so he always reciting Har Har Bole, HHB, Har Har Bole, Pandit Badri Prasad, Har Har Bole. Right, now look, this is perpendicular, P for perpendicular, B for base, P for perpendicular, H for hypotenuse, B for base. Now my dear lovely students, so here this P by H, look at the arrow. Arrow is in downward direction. So P by H is for sine theta. This is for sine theta. Clear everyone? Sine theta P by H. Please, to use this trick, you have to memorize first all the trigonometric function in the same order that I have shown here. All the trigonometric function. Sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. My dear lovely students, class 10th Titans, please store these trigonometric functions in the same order that I have written in the form of, don't disturb this order, don't do this, because the first three trigonometric function and the last three trigonometric functions are the reciprocal. Sine and cos are the reciprocal, cos and sec are the reciprocal of each other, and tan and cot are the reciprocal of each other. So don't disturb this order. This is very important. Right? Clear everyone? Sine and cos are the base friends, cos and sec are the base friends, tan and cot are the base friends. Please everyone, don't use your mind. Follow the teacher's instruction. Okay, so sine theta is equal to P by H. Pandit Badri Prasad Har Har Bole. Okay, now moving ahead. This B by H, look at the arrow. B by H is for cos. So this is cos theta. Now P by B, perpendicular by base, is for tan theta. Could you please observe, guys? Did you observe one thing? I am using same order of trigonometric function that I have written in the previous slide. Sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. Now, if you have written these three trigonometric functions, the remaining last three trigonometric functions are the reciprocal. It means reverse. So the arrow will change. The direction of arrow will become now in upward direction. So this will be, let me use other color of pen. So I'm using here green color, so blue color. So this is H by perpendicular, H by perpendicular, and H by B, and B by P. So H by perpendicular will be for what? Cosec. So this is cosec theta. So sine and cosec both are reciprocal. Sine theta is P by H, perpendicular by hypotenuse, but cosec theta is H by P, because look at the arrow. Now the reciprocal of cos is sec. So my dear champion, sec theta will be hypotenuse by base, and similarly base by perpendicular, blue color, it will be cot theta. Sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. I hope, I'm pretty much sure, you all class 10th Titans, you guys have understood the basic concepts of trigonometric ratio. So this is all about trigonometric ratio. Any problem to anyone, guys? Please let me know. Any problem to anyone? Clear, everyone? So let's do few questions. Let's do a question. So please write it down. If you want to take a screenshot, guys, please take a screenshot as well. Okay, moving ahead. Next point. So let's do few question. Look at the question, guys. Question number 1. If sine theta is equal to 3/5, if sine theta is equal to 3/5, find all other trigonometric ratio. Find all trigonometric ratio. Only one information is given to you. Sine theta is 3/5. Find all the other trigonometric ratio. Means, apart from sine, there are 5 more trigonometric functions: cos, sec, cosec, tan, cot. So we have to find out the ratio of all those. Only one information we have: sine theta. Okay, no problem. My dear, just answer my simple question. Please answer. If sine theta is 3/5, so according to trigonometric ratio, what is sine theta? Sine theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse. So if sine theta is already given to you in ratio form, so my dear, we can write this as sine theta is equal to, let's take one more arbitrary constant, k, because it is given in ratio, no? So that's why we take k. So 3k/5k we can write. And let's imagine sine theta, we know the formula. Sine theta is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse. So if we compare this formula, this given information by perpendicular by hypotenuse, so perpendicular is 3k and the hypotenuse will be 5k. Clear, everyone? Perpendicular will be 3k and hypotenuse will be 5k. So let's draw a triangle. So do one thing, let's draw a triangle. Right angle triangle should be there. So we have right angle triangle. This is the right angle triangle. Right, this is the right angle triangle, and let's say name it. So the triangle is ABC, and name angle theta here because we need theta also. But for this theta, this will be perpendicular, and perpendicular we have 3k. So this is 3k. Hypotenuse we have 5k, so this is 5k. So according to the given information, we can draw the triangle and we can mark the value, because we know sine theta is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse. But make sure, please write, you can write 3x, 5x, 3k, k should be there, x should be there, because the value is given in ratio. So it may be in simplest form. So we need some constant over there. So we have this. So according to sine, we have perpendicular by and hypotenuse. We don't have base yet. We don't have base because we are dealing with sine theta. So let's find out base, because base is also required to find all other trigonometric functions, right? To find all trigonometric function, because base is there. For cos we required base, for tan and cot we required base, because base is present in this ratio, base is present in this ratio. So there are 4 trigonometric function: cos, sec, cot, tan. We required base. So let's find out base first. So as you all know, this is right angle triangle, guys. So if this is right angle triangle, we can apply Pythagoras theorem. And let me tell you one small trick. Hypotenuse is the longest side, and these two sides, either base or perpendicular, both the sides are smaller than hypotenuse. Please listen to me carefully. If hypotenuse is given to you, and in these two sides, if any one of side is given to you, so the side which is unknown is always equal to, the side which is unknown is always equal to under root and difference of the given sides. And difference means what? Subtraction, and always subtract smaller from greater. So 5k square minus 3k square. Let's solve this. So 5k square will be 25k square minus 3k square will be 19k square. So BC will be equal to 25 minus 9 will be 16k square. So BC we have under root 16 means 4 and k square. Wow, BC is equal to 4k. So we have BC which is equal to 4k. Wow, we have perpendicular, we have base, we have hypotenuse, we have everything. So let's find out one by one. So sine is already, and let me tell you, if sine is already given to you guys, you can directly write cosec theta, because cosec theta is the reciprocal of sine theta. So if sine theta is 3 by 5, cosec theta will be directly 5 by 3. Even you don't require a triangle, right? Because sine theta, cosec theta both are reciprocal of each other. Okay, now let's find out sec theta. Let's cos theta. Cos theta. What is cos theta, guys? What is cos theta? Cos theta is equal to base by hypotenuse. Come on. Cos theta is equal to base by hypotenuse. Cos theta is equal to base by hypotenuse. And for this theta, where is base? We had, see, according to cos, this will be base by hypotenuse, correct? According to cos, you can write ratio, but you have to focus on angle also, because according to angle, the orientation, the position of base changes. So you have to focus on both trigonometric function as well as theta. Theta decides the position of base, theta decides the position of perpendicular, and this cos decides the ratio. So cos theta means base by hypotenuse. So for this theta, base will be BC. Base will be, because we are dealing with theta, so this will be base. So this is equal to 4k and hypotenuse 5k. So k cancel. Answer will be 4 by 5. And once you have done with cos, oh my god, you can directly write sec theta. Why? Because sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. Guys, everyone, listen. Cos theta, cos sec, cos is base by hypotenuse. Sec is hypotenuse by base. So this is reciprocal. So answer will be 5 by 4. Clear, everyone? Okay, now move to tan theta. What is tan theta? Tan and theta. First decide what will be the ratio format. So for tan theta, this is perpendicular by base. So first write it down, perpendicular by base. Now we are dealing with theta. So for theta, what will be perpendicular? So for theta, this will be perpendicular. So this is 3k and base will be 4k. Wow, k cancel. Answer will be 3 by 4. And once you have done with tan theta, cot theta is the reciprocal, tan cot reciprocal. So my dear champions, cot theta will be equal to 4 by 3. And you apply trigonometry, so you can also write cot theta is equal to what? Base by perpendicular. So where is base? Base is 4k. Where is perpendicular? Perpendicular is 3k. K cancel. Answer is 4 by 3. Same. So this is the beauty of trigonometric ratio. I hope this is clear to you all. Any problem to anyone? And same question, exactly same question CBSE has asked in this year board exam 2026. Same question. One trigonometric function was given there, and the students have to find out all other trigonometric they had to find out all the trigonometric functions. So this is very easy, very easy question, and such questions comes up in exam. So this is all about the basic of trigonometry, guys, and I'm giving you one question as your homework. I'm pretty much sure you guys will be doing this question, so please write it on the question. If 2 tan A is equal to root 3, if 2 tan A is equal to root 3, what will be the value of, I'm giving you here few question, 3 sec A, 2 cos A plus sin A, third 3 cot square A. So this is the question, guys. How to solve? If 2 tan A is equal to root 3, then what will be the value of this, this and this? Very easy. You might be thinking, sir, if the question would be given in this format, then we would have become able to write the perpendicular and hypotenuse comfortably. But here in this question, sir, ratio is not given. My dear, that is also given there. Ratio is again given. Please focus on the format. This is, look, this is 2 into 10A is equal to root 3, guys. 2 into 10A. 2 is in multiply. So if 2 is in multiply, we can shift this to this side. So multiplication will become division. So my dear champion, 10A is equal to root 3 by 2. Again, this is given to you. Ratio is given to you. Now, what is 10? 10 is equal to perpendicular by base. Perpendicular by base. So if you compare this value, perpendicular by base, so my dear, perpendicular will become root 3 and we need a constant value k, and base will be equal to 2k. So let's make a triangle. Very simple question. Let's make a triangle. We have triangle this, and yeah, this is A. Okay, A is given there, 10A. So let's write A here. This angle will represent A. Clear everyone? Because theta is not there, so the vertex will, as it is, treating as an angle. So we have to take A. The vertex itself an angle. Okay, A. So it has to be B, and this will be C, 90 degree. Wow. So 10A is equal to root 3 by. So for angle A, this will be perpendicular. For angle A, this will be the base, and base is equal to 2k. So let's write 2k, and this is equal to root 3k. So find out hypotenuse. So we can apply Pythagoras. So by Pythagoras theorem, so let's apply Pythagoras. So hypotenuse, we all know hypotenuse is the longest side. So this is equal to under root sum of these two, square of these two, sum and square of these two. So AB square plus this is equal to BC square. So AB square plus BC square. So AC is equal to AB, we have AB 2k. So 2k square, and BC we have root 3k. Root 3k square. So AC is equal to, my dear, 2k square will be what? 4k square. 4k square, and root 3k square will be, root 3 square will be 3, and k square 3k square. So this is 3k square. 4k square 3k square will be under root 7k square. So we can write this under root 7, and k square will become k. So this is equal to root 7k. So here we have root 7k. Wow. Hypotenuse is also ready. Clear everyone? Now look at the first question. The first question here is, what will be the value of 3 sec A? Come on yaar. 3 sec A. What is sec A? What is sec A? You might be forgetting. Unluckily, unfortunately, you might be forgetting, sir, I don't know the sec A. What is the sec A in ratio? But my dear, you know cos A? If you know cos A, the reciprocal of cos will be sec. And if you don't know cos A, if you don't know cos A2, my dear, sorry, I can't do anything for you now. So in cos and sec, you should know any one. In sine and cosec, you should know any one. In tan and cot, you should know any one. If you don't know either cos, or sec, trigonometry is not for you, buddy. Sorry. Right? So if you don't know sec A, please recall cos A. Cos A is equal to base by hypotenuse. And if cos A is the base by hypotenuse, so sec will be what? Hypotenuse by base. Sec will be hypotenuse by base. Right? And we are dealing with angle A. Angle A. Where is angle A? This angle A. And for this angle A, hypotenuse will be what? Hypotenuse is king. Root 7k. Base will be what? 2k. This is because this side is the adjacent of A. And what will be perpendicular? Perpendicular will be root 3k. Everything we have. Come on here, put there. So this will be equal to 3 into hypotenuse is root 7k divided by b. B we have 2k. So no one is cancelling, only k cancel. So the answer will be 3 root 7 divided by 2. This is the answer. Similarly, you guys can find out the value of second question. 2 cos A plus sin A. So 2 cos means base by hypotenuse. But please focus on angle also. Because according to angle, the orientation, the position of base and perpendicular changes. So here cos means base by hypotenuse. So for angle A, base will be 2k. By hypotenuse will be root 7k. Okay. Plus sin A. Sin means perpendicular by hypotenuse. Sin will give you, trigonometric function will give you the relation between P, B and H. But what will be P, what will be B, what will be hypotenuse, that only will be resolved by angle. Trigonometric function will only give you the relationship between ratio, and angle will decide what is perpendicular, what is base and what is hypotenuse. So sin A, sin means perpendicular by hypotenuse. So for angle A, perpendicular will be root 3k and hypotenuse we have is root 7k. So let's cancel kk cancel. So we have 2 to the 4 by root 7, and we have here root 3 by root 7. Can we take LCM? So LCM will be root 7. So answer will be 4 plus root 3. 4 plus root 3 divided by root 7. This will be the answer. 4 plus root 3 divided by root 7. This will be the answer. So I'm giving you one homework here. 3t cot square. What will be the value of 3 cot square? And few more question. 3 sin square A plus 2 cos A. 1 2 3 4 5. 10A plus 3 10 cube A. Guys, I'm giving you 3 questions as your homework. Dear student, please try. And see, this video is the part 1 video of trigonometry. Very soon I will be coming with one more video. So for trigonometry, I have divided the complete entire trigonometry into 2 parts. So it was the first part, and now you guys are ready to solve exercise 1 question in your NCERT and exercise 2 of your NCERT from the chapter number 8, Introduction to Trigonometry. I have explained everything, guys. I'm little assured that this session was really helpful for you all class 10 champions. So the student who is new and who is watching this video for the first time, most welcome, because this channel is dedicatedly designed for all class 10th. And if you are aiming, dreaming, and if you want to achieve, if you want to come in 90 plus club in your board exam, this channel is for you, and I'm here for you. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Bye bye everyone.